Hello and a very warm welcome. I am absolutely raging. Honestly, I'm going to lose my shit. Williams are about to be torn. The biggest arsehole they've ever seen. The Grove Wankers have sacked Logan Sargeant mid-season and replaced him with, ironically, another academy driver who, Franco Colapinto. Logan Sargeant will be out and Colapinto comes in. I'm absolutely fuming. Logan Sargeant's treatment by Williams has been an absolute shit show from start to finish. Yes, he's not good enough, and this is the correct decision. They've just had 4 weeks off. They could have announced it then, but they just abuse Logan Sargeant. Logan Sargeant was rushed into Formula 1. He should have had another year in F2, but they were desperate to get him on the grid because he's American and we go to America 3 times. His treatment overall is an absolute disgrace. He's one of your own, Williams, and you treat him like this. You should hang your heads in shames. And James Vowles is the biggest coward I've clapped eyes on. I mean, he's bigging up, we're giving Logan the best opportunities. Bullshit, man. You were talking to Carlos Sainz while you're frothing up Logan. Honestly, James Vowles, Williams should hang their head in shame. I'm absolutely boiling. I've torn Logan to bits, and rightly so, because he wasn't good enough. And they've made this decision. They're to blame for retaining him in the first place. He should have been gone last season, but Williams gave him another chance. He'll turn it round. Anyone with a pair of eyes and brains sees he's out of his depth. We'll give him another year, then we'll sack him mid-season when we just had 4 weeks off. Brain dead. James Vowles, Williams, I hope they don't score any more points this season. I hope they burn in the ground. I'm absolutely boiling. Honestly, they're 9th in the Constructors and they talk like they're top of the standings. I'm absolutely boiling. Nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near sustainable. The treatment of one of your own it's disgraceful. It's sickening. And how must Logan Sargeant be feeling? Honestly, you've literally... Where do we start? You should not have retained him. You should have sacked him last season after Abu Dhabi. But you retain him. Delusional. And then Albon crashes the car at Australia. What do? You give Albon Sargeant's car. It's disgusting. Week in, week out, Logan Sargeant has been mistreated. I think he should be sacked. And I agree with the decision. But there's a way to go about it. He's one of your own. Treat him properly. Tell him the truth instead of all this bullshit as you talk to Carlos Sainz. You got the team principal in James Vowles coming out in Canada saying Sainz is our number 1 target. Logan's still driving for you. And he's still a driver. His confidence is already on the floor because he can't score points. And he's struggling. F1's a brutal business. And you got Vowles basically saying, Logan's seat's safe. We're protecting Logan, but Sainz is my number 1 target. He's a joke. He's a fraud, is James Vowles. Honestly, I hope he gets sacked by Williams. Talking a good game. Williams will be back. They've been irrelevant for 25 years. Cut the bullshit. And James Vowles, honestly, he's the biggest coward I've seen. Honestly. Absolutely raging. I've not planned this video, as you can probably tell. I'm bubbling and I'm not happy. Honestly. I've said honestly about 54 times, but I don't care. Franco Colapinto to race for the remainder of the 24 season. He's won a race at Imola, I believe. He's a Williams Academy driver, ironically. Look how they treat their Academy drivers in Logan Sargeant. And this guy's going to be the dog's bollocks and the next best thing. Do me a favour, man. Honestly. He's Argentinian, so that's good for Argentina as a country, but... And literally, this sums up Williams in a nutshell. Literally irrelevant since 1997. Not won a race since 2012. And they literally post this about Logan Sargeant. I mean, this sums up the team in a nutshell. It's literally... We'd like to thank Logan for everything he has done for the past 2 seasons. He will remain a member of the Williams family. And we will be supporting him to continue his racing career. Literally about 5 sentences to thank Logan's efforts. Well done, Williams. Well done. Absolute joke of a team. Honestly, I hope they scored 0 points. I really do. I really do. And Colapinto, is he going to do any better than Sargeant? Probably not, because he's had no time in the car whatsoever. Just had 4 weeks off. Sack Logan in mid-season would make more sense. You give him Zandvoort. Of course, Logan, it's a horrible mistake in practice 3 where he crashes the car. It's inexcusable. He can't be doing that. Big damage caused to Williams. Then he misses qualifying. But he actually had a good race by Logan standards. He beat 1-1. He beat Kevin Magnussen and finished ahead of 2 Saubers. He's missed the whole of qualifying. His confidence is low. He's basically knows he's not going to be a Williams driver because Sainz is in. I thought he had a decent race, considering. And then Williams just basically sacking mid-season. Honestly, Sargeant, just expose this team for the frauds they are, please. Come out with a Oscar Piastri-like tweet, please, and just expose them. Yeah, rushed into Formula 1. He was only on the grid because he was an American. We want to get America popular. Yeah, we just had 4 weeks off. Do it then. Sat mid-season for Colapinto, who is another William. Oh, we treat our academies amazing here at Williams. Yeah, like a hole in the arse. And they're known for employing shit after shit after shit. I mean, look at them. Lance Stroll's drove for the team. Latifi. I mean, Sargeant. I've got to say, I have hammered Logan Sargeant. I agree with the decision about getting rid of him, but it should have happened last season at Abu Dhabi. But they cling on when anyone with a brain cell can see he's out of his depth. There's always a driver on the grid every single year that's not good enough. Sargeant will be hammered. Guan Yu Zhou should go as well. But he'll get away with it because he's got Chinese money. No, Lance Stroll's another one that should go. There's plenty out there. But we'll just hammer Logan because he's an easy target. Honestly, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's wrong. It's wrong. And if you have a big channel, get it. Say it how you see it and get it called out because this is shocking. Absolutely shocking. His whole treatment has been disgraceful from this season. He's just been hung out to dry. He's like a lamb in the fields with loads of wolves. Just hung out to dry. Honestly. Flipping hell, man. Vowles is an absolute coward. Sainz is my number 1 target, even though Logan remains my actual driver. Yeah, they've just... we were talking about it, me and my girlfriend, and we were fuming about it. It's wrong. It is wrong what they've done to Logan. It is wrong. Yeah. He's already... Confidence is on the floor. He's not performing very well. The pressure's on. And they're just adding fuel on the fire, Williams, which is wrong. They should be getting behind and giving him the best opportunity. But we saw in Australia what they think. I mean, they basically admitted we made a mistake at Australia retaining Logan Sargeant because they gave Albon Sargeant's car after Albon smashed it up. Yeah. Logan was still a driver, yet they're on about Sainz publicly. Team to blame for this because they retained him. Rewarding failure. That's what it was. Rewarding failure. They should have got a new driver in. Yeah. And I mark my words, as soon as Carlos Sainz gets a big offer, which he will because he's too good for Williams, let's have it right, he is too good for Williams, he's a race winner, honestly, he's going to go to this shit mob, and he's going to be well pissed off. Ferrari to Williams would probably be a good move back in the 90s, but not now, they are dog shit. Talk a good game, James Vowles, 9th in the Constructors, tossing it up. Coming out we'll be ready for 25, 26. What about now? What about the Williams fans who you are mugging off week in, week out with your PR bollocks? Williams are a fraud team who are going nowhere under James Vowles. Nowhere. And I repeat, nowhere. James Vowles is an absolute coward. What is he? What's his claim to fame? Really? What is it? Apart from speaking bollocks after bollocks after bollocks in interviews. Yeah. Williams celebrated like winning the World Cup about signing Carlos Sainz. Well, if you got that attitude, you won't be winning any F1 races anytime soon. Vowles, we believe in Logan always talking to science. He's one of their own, and they treat him like this. I mean, they've sacked him mid-season. And they had 4 weeks off. We just had the summer break. Do it then. But we'll give him a race, and then obviously Logan made a balls up in practice, and they've sacked him. Yeah, he's not had many highlights, Logan, but he was rushed into F1. I actually feel sorry for him at this point because, yeah, I've hammered him myself. I believe I was right to hammer him. I said he would get sacked. I got a lot of backlash from that from Americans saying, oh, he deserves another season. But yeah, his highlight was the 1 point at his home Grand Prix in Austin. But yeah, that was due to disqualifications. Yeah, I'm sad for Logan. Yeah, it doesn't sit well with me. Something's not right about this, and I say it how I see it. I don't care what people think. Comment down below your thoughts. I just say it how I see it. I honestly, this is straight. I'm not planning this video at all. I've just recorded. I saw the news. I was bubbling. I was like, let's hit record and go. I am fuming. Fuming. Yeah. Are you getting used to my rants by now? I'm a right ranty fucker, but this one was, yeah, had to be done. So, Logan Sargeant is gone. Franco Colapinto is in for the rest of the season, and then Carlos Sainz will take over. Williams, honestly, I've got no time for this team at all now. They are a joke, a fraud team, irrelevant since '97. I mean, you just make up the numbers now. I mean, it's embarrassing. Embarrassing at the highest level. The Grove Wankers, ladies and gentlemen. What can you say? Absolute horseshit at the highest level. I'm absolutely raging. I'm not a Logan fan. Far from it. But I'm a passionate Formula 1 fan who can see when something's wrong. And this is wrong. Yeah. 4 points. 9th in the Constructors. And these guys think they're the dog's bollocks. And Vowles, I hope he gets sacked. I really do. And Williams, I hope they don't score any more points this season. Because you don't deserve it. Treatment of Logan Sargeant, disgusting, disgraceful, criminal. Shouldn't be allowed. And I hope Logan exposes Williams. Wow. Goodbye. Yeah, that was a mega rant. I don't regret anything I said. Straight down the pipe, say it how you see it, and not at all. Hopefully some big names get a pair of bollocks and call it out. But probably not, because we don't want to upset the PR brigade. Fuck off, man.